But if he had prior knowledge, at least limited knowledge of what finances are about, he would even tell the manager, no, I need to seek more information. I need to find out more about this before I invest.
You know now that the Nigerian Stock Exchange is talking about this next generation of trading and all of that. Are we going to see more and more? Because a lot of them are really talking about capital market literacy.
Yes.
How much do you think we're going to see when the XGen project actually comes on?
There's going to be more education. In fact, Stock Exchange has started meeting with various stakeholders, meeting with shareholders associations and educating them. That will go on. And then the Charity of Stockbrokers is also embarking on the same education. In fact, in a few weeks' time, they will roll out a program for shareholders to educate them on what to expect in the market.
Yes, because if for instance, now you don't probably understand the market. Now that we know that we've just slightly dropped below the 36,000 psychological level, a lot of them are going to be panicking because they will feel that maybe the market has gone into another shock, and so there might be because right now we're seeing a lot of profit taking at the market. So yes, we probably will see an improved understanding of how the capital market operates. But now let's also talk about the expectations from stockbrokers. What are your expectations? You, as a former president of the Chartered Institute of Stockbrokers, what do you expect that this blueprint will look like? Okay,
before then, let me correct an impression. The 36,000 mark is a figment of the imagination. There's nothing special about it. You see, the market is vibrant and dynamic. The market fluctuates. It goes up and it goes down. Yes, we've stabilized at 36,000 for quite some time. That makes it special. But that doesn't mean that it must remain there. And just as it has gone below yesterday, it could go higher up today.
Yes, at one point we actually reached 40,000.
So let nobody panic. That's the key issue. Let nobody panic because of that. Because it is just a figure. People are going to buy shares, are going to make money, and good shares will sell, bad shares will go down. So nobody should panic. Nobody should be thinking, we are not going to that era. We are not. Because what
era are we talking about now?
The eras of the 2008. We are not going back there. Because all over the world, you've seen the improvement on the market. You've seen the Don Jones. The Don Jones before 2008 was not up to 15,000, but today is 15,000 plus. So, I mean, Nigeria, we are almost where we were in 2008. We are 11,000 trillion market cap.
Yeah.
So nobody should panic. That's the key issue. But now, our expectations. Fortunately, in that committee, we have a lot of stockbrokers. And then in one of the committees, in fact, the current president of CIS is the chairman of that committee. That is the literacy. The master plan, let me say my expectation, and I think some stockbrokers will think about that, is look, if the Nigerian Stock Exchange is planning to have the market cap become $1 trillion in a few years ahead, how are we going to achieve that? We expect the master plan to look into that, to see how that can be driven such that there will be products generated, there will be plans that will make a lot more companies desire on their own to be listed. I believe the master plan should address that. I also believe the master plan should address this issue of multinational oil companies. They should be able to look at them and say, how can these companies be made to buy into this master plan? How can they be, and in that case,
in terms of coming to the market to list
not just
their shares.
It should be a part of them, a part of the plan to say, look, at a period in time, these companies should be in this market. All such plans and then plans that will encourage more foreign investors coming into Nigeria. Seeing Nigeria as a desirable destination for investment because the market becomes more profitable and more positive and open and transparent to everybody. So I think those are the issues that the blueprint will bring out.
Now, let's actually, let me ask this question. One of the reasons why the Securities and Exchange Commission actually said they put this committees together and came up with this master plan is to improve Nigeria's global competitiveness. That's a Nigeria capital market global competitiveness.
Yeah.
What are the major issues that are actually hampering Nigeria's global market competitiveness?
First and foremost, you find that we are an emerging market. And then we are competing with developed markets. And in addition to that, the Asia Tigers and other markets that have grown over the years, we are competing with all of them. And if we therefore want to be able to attract business to Nigeria, to our market, then we have to do what is the best practice in the marketplace.
Which is?
What is happening in other markets, for instance. They are technology driven, and we are just getting there. We are just arriving there in the case of the NSC. Secondly, there are issues of products. The products in the Nigerian market are very few. We just have few equities, not even enough equities. Look at a country like South Africa. They have thousands of equity that are listed on their stock exchange, and their market cap is almost $300 billion. So we are not even near there in terms of product development. So we want to introduce new products, increase the equity level, in addition to introducing new products, derivatives and all that. So those are areas we need to educate ourselves on. Of course, human capital development. We have issues with that. We have issues with even Nigerian investors. We don't have many Nigerian investors or many Nigerians interested in the capital market. You have to develop a home market before you can even get more outsiders to come in. And so there's a new front to say, look, how do we get these people, the majority of Nigerians, interested in investment? And that's where the capital market literacy issue comes in. And then the second aspect is, hey, the SEC have been looking at collective investment schemes. And I believe that part of the issue will be to develop the Nigerian populace to embrace investment in the collective investment schemes, so that instead of one person saying, I want to buy shares in the market directly, I want to buy Guinness and I cannot buy it because of the cost, then I can join a collective scheme, investment scheme, and put my money there and let's buy the same Guinness through that. And if we have hundreds or thousands of such investment schemes, or even clubs that say we are investment club, we can invest, pulling their resources together, those are areas that will help Nigeria move forward. So that if we have a market that's with all the products and depths, and then you have Nigerian investors enough to buy whatever product is available, then you find that the market will develop. So those are some of the issues that we need to tackle. And I believe the master plan